And the thing is, he did this in the demo, and so he's just gonna tell me, he's just gonna ask me why I'm not listening. So I'm not gonna bother.
I feel like you really did though, because like you never really went over if the object is its own object. I don't know, but okay. Yes. Personally, the way if I had no knowledge of doing this, if I had a guess, is probably divide it up into more than one part of the UV. Like, you see how my key is? Like, see how the key is? I would like divide it up where.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm going back to watching my videos, right? But um, I'm trying to find out how to actually like get straight into it. I mean, I guess maybe I should probably watch this.
So that has a distinct shape, so that's the thing I'm saying. All this has like a distinct shape. Like this has cylinder, it has plane or sphere. Yours,
I suppose
really
I
does
could.
not.
I suppose I could.
You
just,
could probably try automatic to see how that would turn out.
I mean, I guess I'll call him over, but I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about it, but I'm just gonna call him over.
Yeah, I understand. Like,
Because you know,
yeah, I would. I understand when it comes with the whole video.
it's just I have a very strong philosophy when it comes in regards to education and how teachers should teach and how things should be done. I just have a very strong philosophy about it, and you know, not everyone agrees with it, especially instructors. Usually those who teach and stuff, and so I'm just gonna. Things on the surface of a table, or if you have like an object where there are things around the outside of the object, there are ways to suppose. Because if I cut this, what do I go to? I go to tools. Do I go to I forgot how to start this. How to start it. And sadly, the videos that I've made for myself aren't even helping me. I don't know. So like, grab these two guys right there. And then I think if you do like here. Or it's maybe those guys, yes. I guess if I were to watch the videos and which I was try like let me just do that. I want to go back to the which one was it in which I must have been here actually. It must have been here. So let's just fast forward from here up till.
Wait, this was the big. What? Oh my god.
But if you wanted to like. I don't know, for some reason you wanted to fix all have individual unique
Okay.
You do them all, right? Even if you had them overlapping, you can line them all up in like one direction essentially. Alright. By the way, I wouldn't do that. They were giving me okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just. When is it that we get to? This is when we actually get to it. I'm gonna have to watch this entire video then, just this end portion right here to just kind of basically give me the understanding essentially.
Huh?
Okay, so
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, if it's something that you're not fighting too terribly,
let's
honestly,
see. So that's what I have clicked.
I think works of it works pretty easily.
Alright, what is it that I had to do afterwards?
I mean, putting things on the invisibility layers,
Um,
I don't think it's the same because it's like, for example, if you have
gosh.
faces on a mesh selected, right? You want to select those faces, that mesh is hidden, it's still there, and in turn, like all of the mesh around that spaces, even though it's isolated as it's visible, it's still interacting. But if like if you have something that's really dense in the flowers, just flowers, and you have them on visibility layer, you turn that off, you can see, especially if it's something that's shutting Maya, you turn it off. You see.
Why are you overlapped?
So that
What is making you overlap yourself?
everything else layer, where it's just like, and you're slowly moving things. Yes. I think you can also, and I could be wrong, I think you can just delete this, like if you wanted to, because you had it selected before, click off of it. Yeah, good to go. You can also, and I don't think it'll delete the object on this on the display layer, you can just delete the layer that the thing is on, the display layer, and just pick any one.
Okay, when I go to UV planar, what's that gonna? No.
Why did it go the other way?
That's why.
Switch out.
I'll go to UV.
Oh my.
What you're saying is basically you're isolating whatever
Oh.
you're doing, right? So instead of removing what was in that layer and then putting something back into that layer, every time you're done with this layer,
Oh my gosh.
so we make a new one and then top whatever it is that layer without having to set it. It doesn't take that much time. I don't know, it doesn't take that much time.
No reason.
Wait a minute, how do I
Show
move
everything
this?
you're seeing, right? Is that guy in this layer
Are you
right now?
kidding me?
Right, so let's say you finished UVing this and now you're about to move up with it. So what you would do right now is you would select this guy, you remove it, and then
You have to be bloody kidding me.
move this, right?
Okay,
Select this
so-
guy, right? So what I'm saying is instead just move layer, just make a new layer.
Okay. Now I go to here. I find this.
No, because I deleted it from the other layer. Right, it's not in this layer anymore. You have to add it. So it's not, I probably didn't say anything. Sorry. But no, it's a good workflow. Just stay organized and stuff like that. I mean, anything that you can do where you're essentially like, I might have to fight Maya on this, let me find my workaround that makes it work. And then eventually, as you get better at workflows and other people get better at workflows, you guys start kind of ping-ponging different ideas off
Wait,
each other.
I think I know how to go
Oh man,
do
we can do
this.
really awesome stealing that.
That's what I'm always trying to do, that's what I asked. You know, I knew that this was probably a good idea, right?
No, and then you just
I
showed
don't
me the Orient shells and unstacked shell stuff.
think.
That's probably gonna become part of my workflow. Thank you. It's okay. See it? So sometimes Maya gets finicky, and it's okay.
I wonder what happens if I hit this. What is it doing?
So this is where you have a couple options. You can either so redo it. Come into your smoothie tool. Sit a little bit. And then try it. So, yeah, you can see it's already in another result. Yeah. And then from here, I can try and unfold them just to see if it does anything, but I've unfolded it to its max. If you do ever have stuff like that happen, also, don't be scared to say, like, okay, that little bit was a mess. You can also say, you know what? I'm just going to do the liner. Go to paint faces. So I have all the faces selected, or just confirm faces. And then just.
I was going to wait for the teacher to get to my spot and assist me. Because
the notion would be that I can then.
I'm just going to work with the cloth that I have. I can't.
Yeah. But again, you get stuff happen. Smoothie tool. Relax a little bit. Get there. And then once you get to this point, you can probably just run and unfold on it. And done, dude. Are you holding your hand up for me?
Oh, I was hoping to get some assistance.
Here. Come on.
Oh, sorry about that. Alright. So I'm just trying to. So I planar this in here, and I have this shape, and I'm just trying to determine what line. If I'm mistaken, the line is supposed to go all the way around before you cut it. Memory serves correctly. But this doesn't seem to be going all the way around, and this right here is kind of.
Yes, that's pole geometry, which I talked about multiple times. That you don't want to bring stuff like that into ZBrush. That you wanted to quad that out because you have a pole right here. You've hit smooth on this a couple times, and that's why you ended up with all this stuff going out in here. And it's not the nicest of geometry to work with.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to select edges that aren't going to the pole, but edges that are going around the other way. Because you started with a sphere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a pole on the top and the bottom of the sphere.
Uh-huh.
So you have edges that run up and down that, right? Like a beach ball.
Yeah.
But you also have edges that run around this way.
Yeah.
So my advice would be to get one of those edges, split it that way so you have a top and a bottom of the sphere, and then unfold those two halves and see
Okay,
what
so
that
instead of
gives you.
attacking it from the side.
Mhm. You just have to find what edge it is.
Okay.
But that one looks like it goes all the way around. So you can cut there, you can go a little lower and cut, and then see about dealing with those two separate halves and seeing how.
Okay. I think the reason I'm gonna go with this line is because it's the most visible, and a line that's kind of like buried might kind of throw me off. I mean, I could be wrong. But,
Well, really, you'd probably want to go with the opposite of going with a line that's not visible, because then you're hiding a seam instead of showing it to your viewer. You want to hide seams as much as possible. You're about to cut a seam into it. Would I rather have a seam that runs right along here, or would I rather hide my seam on the bottom where I'm not going to see it?
okay. So.
Same thing with character development. If you're doing characters, you put your seams on the inside of your arms, the insides of your legs, bottom of seam, back of neck. You want to make sure that it's not in areas. I mean, sometimes you have to do it on the front of the neck, but you want to do it in areas that aren't as visible to your viewer. If you're dealing with a third-person shooter where you're always behind your character, then you might push the seams to the front of your character.
Yeah.
But again, at this point, the main thing I would say is, get the two sides split, see if you can get those unfolded accurately. That would be the main thing that you need to do.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Of course.
Alright, so I gotta attack on the side.
I've got a quick question.
Okay.
Okay, so I gotta go to.
Yeah, so like,
Uh,
when I modeled on some hairs, I did it in a community way, where, it's a lot and just kind of scale
Cut you.
the woods.
Why aren't you cutting?
And like, for the most part, the leaves look good, but there's just kind of a little bit stretch. What I wanted to do was, it was like this way, fix that because when I do I need to scale these two? Or, because like you see how
They're a little rectangular and it's a square. are all of them rectangular as opposed to square, or is it just a strip around there, or is it one side?
So I just took what I had and just stretched it, I stretched.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, for example, if you stretch your mesh in one direction,
Shift right click.
No, I did it like in the middle,
like out that way,
Yeah,
but not out this way, right?
right.
You don't
Shift
get to do it because the scale's that way.
click.
One of the sides should be fine. You would find those, so like, I mean, here's what you can do is you can grab all of them, go up to go for you, like rearrange them with safety or floor. So try to run them fold right now.
That's the thing, what I did, and it kind of showed me this way, and what I did was I purposely put something to it, and found it.
Right now you're on full boxes.
Okay.
Really? You know what? I'm tempted to just make a UV tab. This is getting ridiculous. That or a button. I probably should do a button. Okay, where is this relax?
10.
Okay. I can keep going to the main hub. I'm not supposed to go to the main hub. That's why. That makes sense.
Supposed to go here. UV shell. Okay, so if not, what the? Okay, that's what I have.
Well, that's why it's not changing. Right, that's what we're about.
Okay, so
So, last one.
Right, it does have a reason to be this jump.
shift, right click, unfold, unfold. Okay, shift, right click, unfold, unfold, unfold. let's just
So
put
it's really wide. So grab those TVs again.
okay, so until I get
Still selected. Yeah, they are selected. Alright, so we're gonna let me grab this.
okay.
And then
So let me click here and just everything seems to be evenly matched.
I don't think I have
Why is this here? This that's how did this get in the way?
kind of, but like,
Trying to figure out.
normally though, if you do something like that, you can test it, like you can scaled it, and then you get the fold. The fold generally, I mean, the unfold is based on the fact that it's looking at your face size. You can't focus on that. So it should have unfolded it before back. I just did that as a test to see if it would.
This is beyond my sheet.
After once that rate gets a really dramatic change in that scale, redo it. Did you start with the big ones?
No, I started with these ones and these ones.
Okay, what did I do after I did that last mistake?
This should be the one that I was the ones that I had.
From what I can tell, the ones that you're talking about,
I shouldn't.
you clicked something.
But it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, he will build. Yeah, right. So just like, oh, it's
Just gotta hide things.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I don't know. So wait, how do you look at stuff then without stuff? Like that would be the fastest way for you to check UVs, right? Is to look at everything like that. How do you have to hide everything too when you check? Or?
I only hide things when somebody gets really messy. I probably wouldn't hide everything here.
My online screen. I wonder if I'm the only person who does this. Builds and has everything shown all at once.
You're in the office, there's been like 4 or 5 times each day. Like when you're yelling and they're like,
Okay. What else did I do in here?
But yeah, I had it happen to me also, and I would say it's
Move this over just a little bit.
there's a workaround out there that I don't know about, but this
Beyond
so
messy.
we talk about.
Oh,
The crashing
Yeah.
and the editor. Yeah.
it's a good thing I went around instead of trying to go over because that didn't.
Done with key 3. And what's the most complicated of the bunch?
Yeah.
If I can do this, I can do the rest. I could, especially the Pocket Watch. The Pocket Watch is just it's actually quite simple, but yet complicated. Oh, sexy.
Here, 114, 120, 114.
But in FreeMAX and in XSI, the software can handle that stuff much better. I think allow you to actually work with it longer. They all do things kind of different. I like Maya's interface a lot better than 3D Max. I don't know if it's changed since late, but everything in 3D Max is done with like drop down menus that are like 3 miles long.
Oh my god.
Um,
Yeah, that doesn't sound
but
fun.
I think I'm done with this.
At some point,
Well, it all really depends on what the teacher tells me, because I just watched my own video to get help on this. And if the teacher tells me otherwise, then that means that some of the things I did in MCR may be of no assistance. Just a bit of a sad, scary thought, but let me not doubt. Perhaps if I call the teacher and just hear him out.
But what ends up happening is you start realizing, like, oh, wait a minute, that thing's here, kind of the thing that's there. And eventually you get comfortable with the notion of, like, unless I know how to model, learning software is also the fact that, like, unless I know how to model, I can model anything. I just need to figure out how do I do it, get my workflow here and there. And it's important because eventually you might apply for a job, so that you can optimize that.
I feel like a champion.
That's awesome.
Get more comfortable with it first. But like for example, my friend that works at Blizzard, he graduated, he was predominantly done Maya, he touched on that. And his first job was that's what they used. So they were like, alright, you're gonna use it, fast forward. It's kinda like, you know. I'm also going to tell you a secret. Most people who resign their job, especially early on, so the job is like, you want you to know all this, and they're like, yeah, sure. And then once they get the job, they're like, and then you learn it. And you just kind of struggle through it, and as long as you're not stuck with an impossible deadline, generally make it work. Most freelance artists that I know, from what they describe to me, they will take jobs where they're like, I know about 70% of what I have to do on this, and they use the job as the opportunity to like learn that new thing. And then the next time it's under their belt.
Yeah, if I can just get this ride taken care of and out of the way,
Yeah.
everything else just kind of a walk in the park, because it's just
Basic.
smooth geometry
Yeah.
and stuff. Like this is a square,
Plus,
essentially.
it's
It's a cube turned to a rhambus,
Yeah.
and
there's
you
a
have like
video on that.
yeah, and then you have cylinders and stuff.
And I already did my chain, so I don't have to worry about that. All I have to worry about is the pocket watch. It's like, actually, if you know what you're doing with UVs, it goes really quick.
But I guess he was told that because of the technology advancing so quickly that he could come back here and learn stuff for free. Come back with himself.
As long as the same class exists, you're allowed to come back and retake that class whenever you want once you graduate with Full Sail. I'll tell you the problem with that. Full Sail changes their curriculum pretty often. So there are classes that existed years ago. Like, I was a student, I mean, I'm a teacher here, so I can take whatever I want for free. But if I learn it, I could come back and say, I want to do model creation again. And because model creation existed when I went through it, shaping and lighting existed when I went through, animation existed when I went through, I could retake all those classes. But like, all the portfolio classes, if there was something different, they might be able to finagle it and say, well, you're not going to take that. Or when I went through, we didn't have a motion capture class. So I couldn't take this.
Or is that just computer animation?
I thought both did it. It might just be more, I don't know. I taught it in 6 years ago. Something like that.
If it's game art.
You'll definitely get motion capture in game art. I don't remember if you also get it in computer animation or not. They should, I think. Yeah, I taught software tech, motion capture, model creation, character design and creation,
taught in the finance department, taught in the art classes. And now I'm here. Jack of all trades.
Have you
this-
not in a later portfolio?
Huh?
Have you not in one of the later portfolios? Or have you done that before?
So I used to teach in a class that was before the later portfolio, so I actually worked for a while with like the animators at the end of the program, developing their assets. So when they would like basically sit down and say, all right, here's the stuff that we're going to work on, I would work with the animation art directors and figure that stuff out with them. I'd also work with modelers and stuff. But the reason I'm in this class in particular, probably shouldn't go through all this. The class I used to teach in, the traditional art class, just went away. So they had Art 1, Art 2, methods of design, and methods of design went away. And then the portfolio classes came in, and they basically said, well, the art classes are overstaffed. Do you know modeling? And I was like, yeah, and I would love to do the job. So they moved me to here, and I think I'm okay with it.
Okay.
But I mean, when I finished Full Sail, I was a character modeler and section artist, also character modeler. So I just modeled my
You
characters.
just freelance or do you do things for customers?
I haven't been doing freelance as much lately. I was actually talking to a friend, check that message about some illustration freelance. I've also done some modeling.
think this actually is a
freelance.
business.
His dad owns a sandal
over here
company or shoe
thinks.
company. So I've done visualization stuff for them. I did military simulation stuff a while ago through freelance, and then I've done a lot of illustration and freelance work. I've also done just fine art, like selling art in galleries, like that. Chad Holker, short little stocky
Yeah.
little person looking Chad. Yes. He still doesn't. I haven't been as I haven't been pushing as much to show in galleries lately. For the last year, I've just been mostly doing illustration stuff at home and stepping up my inking game. I started doing October a lot.
I heard about that when it was too late.
I heard about it when it was too late the year before, and then I did this year. It'll be again, they'll come around again next year. But I started doing that, and then the last couple of months I've been trying to do semi-photo real portraits. I'm not there yet, because some of the people I work with are
In
just
the
ridiculous.
in the end,
They look like shit.
everything is
yeah.
supposed to fit into the 0 to
For
1,
real.
correct?
But
In the end, everything's supposed to be moved there.
If I had to guess,
you ever seen
yes.
Peaky Blinders? Do you know
But-
who?
I want to say from the sound of the when he was talking about the video, like when he was
British
recording
actor.
stuff, it sounded like
Thing.
no for certain stuff. Like it all depends on the
Like,
object you're doing.
I don't know who.
Party?
Tom Hardy. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
That was him.
So that was.
That was
one
it.
I did a
I'm
little while
terrible
ago.
at names.
And then you know who Adrian Brody is. So they're close. And this is another character from. Actually, that's not the page. So you have to. That's as far as I got, but I didn't quit it.
Oh.
But I've done mummies and digital art. That was something I sold in a gallery a while ago.
Okay. Let me just.
Again, jack of all.
Tons of different stuff. Yeah, I'm the same. To draw, to do digital stuff. Yeah.
I like to draw, but I do not have the skills.
I mean, honestly, if they were like, "Oh,
I'm
go to the
getting
animation
closer.
class," I'd be like, "Okay," and I would love it. I love animating a lot. And if they were for some reason like the teacher shading and lighting class, I would be like, "Oh man, our students are gonna be terrible because I'm gonna love that."
I haven't done shading by yet.
It's super important. It's
I wondered why people go into that first.
technically the way this class is structured, you don't need it, but it is a little bit of a pain in the ass that we have 2 different sets of students. That some that do art 2 and shading and lighting before, and some that don't. Especially with that change that we were talking about with substance, because I'm of the mindset that you should go through shading and lighting before you go into substance. But
So I'm going to do shading before that.
yes, you will have shading and lighting before, but they've changed it now where students are learning substance and model creation without having gone through shading and lighting or art 2. So they haven't learned about like complex lighting or material qualities and stuff like that. And that's what substance is. But whatever. We'll see how it turns out.
So,
But
Constant guinea pigs.
oh, forever. I mean, like I said, I've been teaching here for 11 years. Yeah, there are times where I'm just like, well, this new class is we're gonna see. But yeah, Full Sail's, and it goes back to what we were talking about before, where we're like, you know, things change pretty constantly. Full Sail's trying to keep up with that. So with that, yeah, we have a guinea pig class every year.
So let's just hope that at least the foundation classes are still going to be here in case you wanted to like
Come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that you get.
Do people actually do that?
I've seen students that have done it before. I'm going to be honest, the ones that go out there and get work generally don't, but they're working, so.
So in case you were really bad with like shading and lighting for some reason, you're like, hey, I want to kind of come back to this because I'm forgetting things. But
Yeah, and for the exact not ramifications, but the exact qualifications and what goes into it, you'd have to talk to your advisor. I'm not. They don't talk to me about putting the students in my class. They just say, hey, the student's in here, and they'll normally come up to me and be like, I'm auditing. And I'm like, all right, have fun. But yeah, if you happen to be around Full Sail and you're like, I want a refresher or something like that, take advantage. But I hope that you're working so diligently and making
not
a lot of
in
money.
this state, probably.
Probably
So,
not. I mean,
yeah,
we'll
probably.
miss you, but you seem pretty excited about going back to Cali. So.
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
Of course, anytime.
Oh, she lives in the business sector then.
so I unfold them after cutting, and
Uh-huh.
they both seem to be relatively like the checkers, the pattern.
Seems to be pretty nice and even on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty
throughout.
good, man.
So then after that, I could just jump to the next one.
Mhm.
And it actually seems to be within the 0-1 space.
Yep.
Okay, so once I jump to something like this, it will. Okay, now you see that right there. I'm having these and. and
Go
that
into your
kinda,
object mode. In your 3D space, just go to object mode.
Oh, isn't that right here?
You can do it through there, or you can just right click on your object and go to object mode. Go to object mode.
So that's okay. So
Right.
now that's
Because
okay
you
then.
deselected the other object by doing that, and now anything that you do with that object should theoretically just be with that.
Okay then. Excellent. Okay,
Cool.
So I'm not overlapping here. Just
Nope.
trying to avoid that.
Nope. And
But
then it,
At oh.
go ahead.
At the end, everything will be in there.
In that 0-1 space, yes, but like if you selected everything in your scene, it's all going to look like it's on top of each other. But you're
That's where the catastrophe starts to happen.
but you're not supposed to select everything in your scene at once. So like the way you have it right now, your cloth takes up all of 0-1 space. Awesome. Do the same thing for your glass bottle. Do the same thing for your funnel. Do the same thing for either parts of the lantern or the entire lantern, and then you'll be in good shape.
Excellent. Okay, I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna do this one at a time, and then just make sure everything's in there. And I'm gonna just save this and just head on out. So let me just save the scene and
Everyone.
go home, eat a sandwich, and
Enjoy.
Let me
I'm going to go home and possibly eat a
Um,
sandwich.
when you make assets
Thanks.
slash like